Hello everyone. We are doing lesson 2 of chapter 4. This time we're going to do inequalities, but we are going to do some more multiplying and dividing every which way. The same 4 steps are here. We're just going to do more multiplying and dividing. Like in this case, the opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing. And since we used a positive number, the direction of the inequality does not change. In this one, as you could see, we had the negative 2/3. We used the reciprocal. We had that idea not long ago, and reciprocal on both sides. And since we're multiplying by a negative, I have to reverse the direction, and you get this final answer. So let's take a look then at some of the examples we have here. On this one, we're going to add 3, and we have 4n is greater than negative 6. Divide by 4, and n will be greater than, you have to reduce it now, negative 3/2. Now you can make it into a decimal if you like, negative 1.5, or a mixed number. It does not matter. Looking at this one, we just have to subtract 8 first. And we got 3n less than or equal to 6. Divide by 3, divide by 3. And once again, we're using a positive to divide with. The direction stays the same, so we get a 2. Over here, we have a reciprocal to do. Notice I have an n, and I have a negative 1/5 over here. So I have to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, 5 over negative 1, 5 over negative 1. And these two are going to drop out. I must change the direction because I multiplied both sides by a negative. And 4 times 5 is 20, and don't forget the negative. So all you do is write that, and you're done. This is another reciprocal. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. So first of all, let me write out the question. 2/3 and then minus 4. I want to multiply by the reciprocal 3 over 2 and multiply by 3 over 2 like that. And I get k, and the direction stays in the same direction because we're not using a negative. Negative 12 over 2 would be negative 6. And you're done. Decimals are done the same way. It's a negative on both sides. So we know the answer is going to be negative, and we'll have to switch. And there it is. I'm just going to do it over here. 0.5 into 1.4, 1 over 5 into 14. That's 2, that's 10. Bring down the 0, 2.8. 2.8. Next one, same thing. The reciprocal, or if you want to think about it, dividing by 3 is the same thing as times 1/3 over here. And since you did a positive, you don't have to switch the direction. This is 6 over 30. 6 times 1, 10 times 3. I can reduce it by 6. 6 times 1 and 6 times 5. I get 1/5. Here we go with this one. We have a little bit more stuff to do. I multiply this out, and that's 6c, and plus 3, and the minus 3 over there. And then I have 5c plus 4. These two are going to drop out, and I am going to take the negative 6c to both sides. I'm just subtracting, so the arrow stays in the same direction. When subtracting or adding, it does not change. So this becomes negative c plus 4, and this becomes a 0 over here. Minus 4 and minus 4. The direction still doesn't change because all you're doing is adding and subtracting. Now here's where it switches. If you divide or multiply by a negative 1, I have to switch the direction, and a negative and another negative is possible. Then we go to this one. As you could see, this is what they call a compound inequality. And compound means more than one. Notice how you have more than one less than or equal to sign. And notice also that the letter is squeezed between two numbers. We're going to leave it there, but we're going to squeeze out the numbers. Take away 6, take away 6, and take away 6. You have to take away 6 from everybody. Negative 18 and negative 6 is negative 24. And then the arrow is less than or equal to. We have 4n. 8 minus 6 is 2. Now the last step. The opposite of multiply is to divide. Like that. And you're going to get here, let me see, you're going to get negative 6 and 1/2, because 2/4 is 1/2. And you say, I've never seen that before. Well, if you look at a number line, this is what it is. The number 1/2 is over here, 1/2, and the number negative 6 is here. And the answers between those two are possible. This is what we mean by an inequality, a compound inequality. You are squeezed between two numbers, and the solution anywhere in here would be acceptable. All right. So in this particular lesson, 4.2, we basically went through the opposites of multiplying and dividing, and we saw a compound inequality.